Welcome to an all-new episode of The Real Steven TV.
And here we go.
This article comes to you from geeksandgamers.com. The article was written by OMB Reviews, aka Odin. Box office breakdown for weekend of 8/18/24. Alien Romulus has solid opening, yet still franchise low. After 3 weekends at the top of the domestic box office, Deadpool and Wolverine has finally been knocked off its perch by the latest film in the Alien franchise, Alien Romulus. Though Deadpool and Wolverine is in a completely different category when it comes to total box office and potential box office, to see Alien Romulus start off in such a strong way above initial projections is interesting. With a budget of around 80 million, the break-even for Romulus is roughly between 200 and 260 million. In its global debut, the film made roughly 108 million, which not only gives it a great start, but also means the chances it will be able to cross 300 million globally by the end of its run are quite good, remembering that most films make about 30% of their entire box office in the global opening on average. That means we will likely see Romulus end up at around 250 million if the wheels fall off, or up to about 400 million if it is able to double what will likely be a weekend 2 global total of over 200 million by the end of the next weekend. Despite the fact that Alien Romulus is performing better than initial projections, it must be pointed out that the movie is well beyond the domestic openings of the 2 most recent Alien spin-off films, Prometheus from 2012 and Alien Covenant from 2017. In the case of Alien Covenant, the 41.5 million opening of Romulus is below the adjusted for inflation opening of Covenant, which was roughly 45.2 million. Regarding the estimate ticket sales, the over 4 million of the Covenant show a clear advantage over the more than 3 million of Romulus. The picture is at least pretty, however, when you look at the numbers for Prometheus, which ended up with an adjusted opening of 68.4 million and roughly over 6 million tickets sold, in the cases of those other films, however, the budget were much larger, with Prometheus costing about 167.5 million when adjusted, and Covenant costing about 121.2 million. With those budgets taken into account and remembering that the opening weekend for Romulus did better than initial projections, one can see why things are looking quite good for the long-term projections of Alien Romulus. According to thenumbers.com, the top 5 weekend domestically were Alien Romulus with 41.5 million as a new release, Deadpool Wolverine 46% drop in the 4th weekend, It Ends With Us 52% drop in the 2nd weekend, Twisters 35% drop in the 5th weekend, Coraline re-release 8.3 million. Moving on to Deadpool Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine still track towards 1.3 to 1.5 billion. Though it was booted from the #1 spot domestically, Deadpool and Wolverine continued to add to its massive global numbers, reaching about 1,142,616,895 as of the writing of this article. Not only does the film continue to have strong hold every weekend, especially at the domestic box office, but it is also clearly well on its way to make at least 600 million domestically and has a solid chance to make about 1.3 billion globally. The film currently still has an edge domestically against where Inside Out 2 was at the same point of its release, though to be honest, this lead will likely not last another week or 2, as Inside Out 2 is very likely going to be the biggest box office film of 2024. Deadpool and Wolverine will definitely not be a pushover in the battle. Now, just for interesting noteworthy, thought I would show from Box Office Mojo by IMDb Pro of what the top 5 grossing rated R movies are. As you can see, you got Deadpool and Wolverine, you got The Joker, Oppenheimer, Deadpool 2, and Deadpool. So 3 of the top 5 rated R movies of all time so far are all 3 Deadpool movies. I thought that was interesting. Alright, moving on to Borderlands. Borderlands plummets and is a guaranteed flop. No one was expecting much from Borderlands after a abysmal opening weekend, but with these week 2 numbers, things have gotten much worse for this very poor, with a drop of about 73% domestically. Wow, that's a big drop. We can now project that the film will only make between 30.3 million and 42.4 million globally by the end of its run. That is not good. This means it will likely lose upwards of 140 million at the box office, and therefore is well positioned to end the top biggest box office flops of 2024 list. The only good news for distributor Lionsgate is that the production companies are more likely to take the brunt of the fiscal losses for the film. Whatever their fate may be, no one is going to deny that Borderlands was truly a catastrophic failure. Alright, so there we go. That is all the latest from the weekend box office information, how the latest movies are going and everything. So what are your thoughts? Have you seen Alien Romulus? Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine? Have you seen Borderlands? Have you seen the new Twisters movie, or even Inside Out 2? Let me know all this down below and give me all your thoughts. You know, do you think these projections are correct? Do you think these movies are going to, like, say, the Aliens Romulus, is it going to continue to do well? Or do you think that Borderlands is going to be a flop like they said it's going to be? Because right now, it's looking like a major flop. Don't forget to subscribe, because I am on the race to hit 1,000 subscribers. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It is all 100% free to do. And I will catch all of you next time.
Who are you?
A friend.